and irony, just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity, so who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian can say silence, Islamic leaders silence, kings and queens silence, traditional leaders silence. So who go say the truth? We are them go so confused call. Now by area why no better. We are them go so confused call. One guy's area why no better. Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, he need it now, see what I see so. Now your friend on a night come at them. Only papi obeka na sembia. So I want to bet you everybody was afraid. And until I to my cottage again, once my boy dumping one and I see. But who go tell the truth? Nanai or say me. Nanso bien person beka wasam because everybody is afraid. Anya safwe muayini. Akukutro fonyina dalima. Enti who go say the truth? Obiaja konson so to cross your mansa to me bia kakobrafo. Efo anyina ye. Efo when you know yet. Na so kutrata down na so be dia back or why no keke. I fene for be man mo pia for efo ne cross on my mo. Hanya safwe mo ayini. Akukutro for nyina dalima. And who go say the truth? Abaya di bote chino. Yedi bi bebo nyande bi kachisa would your mouth pipinuma would your mind never shine my preference. But who go tell the truth? DUC silence, even journalists silence. Oh, then who go say the truth? Right is right. Wrong is wrong, no matter how you justify. You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help you, now the person become your target. Jobless no they mean senseless, poverty no they mean useless. One day them go resist.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to my view show here live on Today Ghana News TV. And this evening, we are back on your airwaves to give you yet another exciting edition of the show. Well, last week was one of those weeks when we were unable to air as usual, and for that, we extend our sincere apologies to all our viewers and listeners who look forward to hearing from us or watching us on Monday mornings. Well, maybe a little bit of explanation would help. Sometimes because we are an internet-based, organization or network, lots of things need to come together at the exact time for us to go on air. Sometimes everybody's available, but the internet is not. Sometimes the internet is available, but somebody cannot log in. Sometimes everybody logs in, but the show just cannot go on because of technical issues. And so, but we are working around the clock, and we would do well to maintain consistency in our broadcast and our airing, so that every Monday evening we can do well to serve you and to serve you very well as we're about to do today. Well, today's program is going to be tailored more towards our, Ghanaian audience, be they those who are at home or those who are abroad. And why do I say our Ghanaian audience in particular? That is because last week, Thursday to be precise, the Finance Minister of Ghana, Dr. Ato Kasil Forson, went to Parliament to present the budget for the 2026 fiscal year. Well, that would have come up a little, it probably would have come to some people maybe sooner than they think. Why would I say so? Because this year alone, this is the third time that he's presenting a budget. He presented the budget in March. Then in July, he went back to Parliament to present a supplementary budget, or the mid-year budget. And now in November, there he was in Parliament again to present yet another budget. Why the frequency? When our guests come join us, we are going to ask her why they are quick to run to Parliament to present budgets. But before we invite our guests to join us, let's say some appreciation to our viewers and listeners who are joining us. We say a very warm welcome to our listeners who are joining us all over the world. Especially thank you to our listeners on Sakina Information Center in Tetali. Also a warm welcome to our listeners on Adelema Information Center, and to our listeners on High FM 93.7 in Achunhima in the Eastern region. We say thank you to you. Also thank you to our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra, and to all our viewers and listeners on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on all other networks that you may be watching us. You are warmly welcome to the show for today. Well, normally when we have issues of the budget, because the budget is the president's document that is presented on behalf of the president by the finance minister to the parliament, which is the people's house, meaning presented to the people, we normally like to start the discussion with someone who is more or less an insider, someone who has close ties with the government of the day, or somebody who is a member of the government of the day. And so this evening, that is why we are being joined by a member of the National Democratic Congress. Not just any member, but a strong member. And we are talking about Madam Senna Rose. Madam Senna Rose is joining us. Rose is joining us from Belgium. She is the chapter secretary of the NDC in Belgium, and she is going to be helping us this evening to unpack all the financial jargons that were thrown at us on Thursday, so that we can digest them and we can move forward together. Welcome to you, Madam.
Thank you, Mr. Alberts. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you, and thank you for welcoming me to speak on the budget that was presented to the Parliament a couple of days ago by our able Finance Minister Kasil Ato Forson. Yeah, you've already introduced me. I'm the secretary of the NDC Belgium chapter, and thank you for inviting me once again. Before I start, we are not coming to do any technical analysis because we have the experts that are doing that, and the minister himself is also all over. I mean, breaking things down. So I'm the NDC chapter secretary, so I think we have to look at it from how the members, not the members alone, and also the Ghanaians, the ordinary Ghanaians are looking at it and how they are responding to it, as we know, or how we can feel how they are responding to it. Um,
Well,
so
well, well, well,
mhm.
well, but, madam, you are not going to get out so easily. Uh, whether, whether you are talking today, you are a technical person.
Hi.
You are a technical finance person. So you will have you, and you are going to help us to understand the budget. But before we talk about the budget,
Mm.
how are you doing? How are you faring? And how is Belgium?
Oh, I'm fine. We are fine, and my people are fine. They send their greetings to everybody, and
Mm,
we are doing good. Just the
nice
weather is
weather.
changing, so we kind of like adjusting small, small. So a lot of flu all over the place, but apart from that, we are okay. We are doing well.
when,
Thank you.
when you said the weather is changing, I wanted to ask you for the better or for the worse.
If it starts like that, we have to adjust again. So it's kind of bring along some virus, the flu, which we
Mm,
all know. So it's one of the things, one of the disturbances so far.
mm.
But in all, it's okay. We are all good.
All right,
Mhm,
good. So let's look at let's start from this angle.
mhm,
In the introduction, I said normally you see when people are talking a lot or when you tend to see people frequently, it's one of two
mhm,
things.
mhm,
First is either they have achievements they have to show off,
mhm,
so they are all over the place and they're in your face,
mhm,
or they have a lot of excuses to give. And
uh-huh.
so they are coming around and looking for opportunity to explain themselves to you and give excuses. In the
Okay.
case of the finance minister, like I said, this is the third
Mhm,
time this year alone that he's
mhm,
reading budget. So
mhm.
which is it? Is it that is he coming to brag to Ghanaians or is coming to give them excuses?
No, no, Mr. Albert. You are a Ghanaian. I'm a Ghanaian. And you know the kind of economy, what is left behind, the rot that is left behind in the system.
Mm,
Our economic, I mean, it was bad. So it was the need, there is a need for him to come more often. That could be, I can't speak literally for him, but it's obvious that could be the reason why he has to come out more often to update the public on what's
yes.
going on. Uh, the rot was massive,
Mm,
and
mm,
after he presented the 2026 budget, the one he presented recently was for coming year.
yeah.
Do you
So
know what? I was so glad he did not just presented the budget. He also reminded Ghanaian of the rot that they managed to get out from, to at least come up with something to present to them, that that's what they are coming to do for the coming year. So because every nation, a nation that strive, that we know, they say, oh, this country is doing well. They count on, there are many areas that they count on: economics, governance, education, health, just name them. Or if all those areas, all those sectors are doing well, then you know you are doing something. But what was left behind, you couldn't boast nothing. You couldn't boast of anything. There was a
well,
rot.
yeah, in a short while, we are going to look
Mm,
at some of the things that seem to be pointing in the right direction. Of course, this year maybe like going to Parliament. Probably it wasn't because he enjoyed doing it,
mm-mm.
but I believe that the practice as we have it is that the budget for the following year is presented at the end of the year.
The
Then midway through the year itself, then the mid-year budget is done. But because we had an election, so he had to read the 2025 budget in 2025, which it should
Okay.
have been done in 2024. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's probably why he was in Parliament that much. But that's not the only thing that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Since March, the first budget that he read,
Mm-hmm.
and then this budget, before he presents the budget, he normally goes, the last time he was in Makola, to
Mm-hmm.
speak to traders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then this time, I think he was in Takoradi or so,
Mm-hmm.
second D,
Mm-hmm.
thereabout, to speak
Yeah.
to market women.
Yeah.
Now, what your
Mm-hmm.
opponent says is that this thing is settings.
Exactly.
It is settings because
Mm-hmm.
the budget is written months ahead of time. So
Mm-hmm.
if he's going to present the budget the following day, why is he in the market talking to people? He's
Uh-huh.
just doing it for
Exactly.
like the Jay-Z, just for show.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, they really criticized him, and they were like, let's see the end of the year and see if he can even come up from his house or whatever. But I should I say, yeah, God is definitely in the middle. God being so good, they are being disappointed because I think he went back and the testimony was really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It was really impressive. They've seen people testify of the what he's doing, and they were like thanking him. That you see, NDC is for the people. It's the people's party. If you and I can attest to the fact that this budget or everything, the manifesto, everything covers the manifesto they've presented to the Ghanaians, and this is not just something they just get up doing. They got close to the people, know what the people want, and also did their feasibility studies or have yeah, or did their own research to know what Ghana really needed at this point in time. Because it's like we just escaped Egypt. I mean, we were kind of like the Israelites that just left Egypt. We left Pharaoh, So it was impressive when he went back to got the same testimony from the people of how he's doing, and he promised to do better. And I think one of the traders even impressively made mention of the Women Development Bank, and it was so impressive because they said they wanted to get a loan, but at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, they don't have collateral.
Mm-hmm.
And what's coming to happen now? They are coming to open the budget captured it. They will open that Women Development Bank that will empower women, not only women. And at the end of the day, what happened? Ghana is developing. So
Well, yeah. I mean, so obviously, so the reason for that was to get in touch with the people,
mhm,
and then get a feel of what their problems were, so that he could
exactly.
respond.
Mhm,
You know, when he did that in March, I remember when he was in Makola Market,
mm,
one of the market women
mm,
talked about the stability of the exchange rate, and she said that
okay.
the exchange rate was so volatile such that they couldn't plan. She said she bought some items and then the price had almost doubled within 1 week,
Wow.
and that it was making it difficult, as of course as traders.
Mhm,
Basically,
mm,
you do your activities based on projections. So if
yeah.
they cannot, if they could not project, it made their work difficult.
Mhm,
People said that people said, like I said, people said it was he was doing it for settings and for show off.
mhm,
But when he went to how do you call that, read a budget, he
yeah.
called it a budget of stabilization, to try and stabilize the economy.
Good on
And but he also how do you call that, he also reported that 2024, moving into the elections, that there were a lot of fiscal slippages.
Mhm,
Inflation was in the was in the 20s, mid 20s, or early, or the bottom half of 20%.
yeah.
The currency, the dollar, the city was trading to the dollar around 17.
Mhm,
You know, we had missed almost all our indicators.
yeah.
Now, 8 months down the line,
Mhm,
every item that was pointing red is all of
mhm,
a sudden pointing green.
mhm,
Inflation has moved from 22% to single digits.
yeah.
Export cover has gone to 4 months plus. The CD is very stable against the dollar, has actually appreciated against the dollar. Prices
Mhm,
of fuel and everything at the pumps seem to have stabilized.
mhm,
What is it? Is he a magician? How did he? 8 months is a short time in in economics to turn things around that way. Is he what magic did he perform?
The magic. Oh, I think it's all over though, but I think he made mention that we have a Ghanaian, we have issue with is he financial discipline, if I
Mm,
put the word
yes,
right.
yes. Yeah.
So that is one of the main problem that we have. And that when we go to the IMF, they also indicate same problem. So I think they focus on cutting costs and making sure yeah, of course, cutting costs. One of the things that NPP, even the Ghanaian cried to the government, the NPP government to cut costs. Cutting costs does not mean I don't know. I mean, let me come back there. Cutting costs, that was just the extravagant, the elephant government that NPP was having. Just like their party logo. And JM promised to cut the governance. I mean, that big elephant government, and he's delivered. I mean, all the things they promised, all they promised cutting down some taxes,
Yes.
which they did. So
Betting tax was
betting tax,
removed. E-levy
yeah,
was removed.
yeah.
But
But it took them some time to take off the recent one that they
COVID,
mentioned with the
COVID
COVID.
levy,
And I think he explained the reason. You see, yeah, you cannot say, okay, I know it all, but you got to be tactful so that it will not also affect you that much. But right now it's being captured that it will be taken off. So we are
mm,
still on the right track. So it's just the discipline, the financial discipline. I mean, not just spending anyhow, prioritizing. That's one of the things, prioritizing what is needed now. That extravagant life, we don't need it for now. It may come,
mm.
but as it stands, we have to sacrifice.
Uh, that's another thing. You talked about the elephant people who were in government,
Mm,
but what the elephant people see against what Atuforsin is doing,
mhm,
which they say that's the elephant in the room, is the fact
mhm,
that
mm,
look, of course, all the indicators look good, but at what cost? They say that he's sitting on the money and he's
mhm,
refusing to spend money.
mhm,
And that is the reason why you have seen you are seeing all the indicators pointing in the right direction. But then, the economy is contracting. People have
mhm,
no money to spend. Everybody is crying. Like Dr.
mhm,
Bamiya said, nurses are suffering, doctors
mhm,
are suffering, lawyers are
mhm,
suffering.
mhm,
Everywhere, everybody is suffering because Ato wants to get right indicators. He's not spending, and Ghanaians are suffering. That is
mhm.
what they say is the effect.
Hi, Jesus.
Why it
I don't
shocked you,
even
eh?
know. It shocked me. It shocked me because the irony is, it's just sad. You created a mess. They are coming to, the people just came to power. They are trying to clean up your mess, and you are making noise. You
Mm,
see, and it's sad that it's just like these people are just, everything is politics to them. They do not care about people lives. People are suffering. So if so why couldn't they? Yeah, everything is steady. What stops them from doing it when they were in power? That's the question. So things are being put on the right direction, and the people themselves are doing what? Seeing it.
mm,
This is not NDC blowing their trumpet. This is not NDC bragging here and there. We have the economics team mentioning it here and there. Solid team. They are doing the work, making things. I mean, putting things on track. So these people are just doing politics. They
mm.
know they don't have anything to hold on to now. So they are trying to fabricate things here and there. But we are also being careful. We are listening to the people. and what we hear, they are all attesting to the fact that things are on the right direction. And the well-meaning Ghanaians are also coming on board. They are willing to help to see how they can help the government put things into the right perspective. So
Good.
for the elephants, yeah, they will continue to cry because they will cry more because they are more.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
all right. So let's stay away from the elephant a little and
yeah, no problem.
circle back to where we started and what the program is supposed to be about. You listened to the budget on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we've been talking around. And we've talked about the previous year's budget and its
Mm-hmm.
implementation
Mm-hmm.
and the things that have resulted from that. Now let's look at this particular document. Listening to the budget
Mm-hmm.
on Thursday, what's your general impression about the budget?
My general impression, just as I said, a budget has to reflect not only on the macro market but the micro market as well. Not the the mini micro minority to the ordinary Ghanaians, and that is just what they have done. They are not only thinking about the macro market; they are thinking about the micro market that has translated down to an ordinary Ghanaians, and NDC has put it upon themselves to any decision they make it's about the people, not the few um how do I privileged ones, no.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my impression about the budget. And also NDC is back is some, I mean, they are should I say responsible, they hold accountability to the high esteem more than before, because everything that has been they presented to the Ghanaian in their manifesto, I think most of them, if I'm not mistaken, or all of them have been captured in the manifesto. The 24 hours economy, um, the they are going to production now, which is the we eat what we grow, meaning there are going to be more massive agricultural initiatives to, promote our local foods. So there have been measures put in place for that to happen. So right now, I think the only thing they are working much on is the demand. When the market is there, then they are off to
Mm-hmm.
go. So, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of measures have been put in place. People are coming in, uh, giving in their services as something they can also give to the nation that is that kind of like their token to help the nation become better. So yeah,
Good.
practically.
So, on this note, we are
Mhm,
almost halfway through.
mhm.
So, we will take a short break
Yeah.
so that you can take a breather and sip some water, clear your throats,
Mhm,
and then we go on a short break, come back, take some messages from our viewers.
mhm.
Then we are going to now go into this year's budget proper and
Hey.
talk about all the big things that your government have talked about, and then see whether you can say them or you are making
Hey, don't make
promise.
me speak. I've already told you I'm not a technical analysis. So
Anyway.
anyway.
So if you are just joining us, this is my view show here live on Today Ghana News TV. This evening we are taking a look at Ghana's 2026 budget that was presented by the Finance Minister, Dr. Kassel Atoforsen, into the Parliament of Ghana on Thursday. So we are looking at the content of the budget, trying to assess it and see what is in that budget for for we as they call us, the ordinary Ghanaians. I don't know whether there's something for the extraordinary Ghanaians as well, but we are going to go into that and see what is in it for us. And so joining us to discuss this this particular topic is the chapter secretary of NDC Belgium, Madam Senna Rose, who is joining us to discuss this topic. So go nowhere, sit back, relax. We'll take a short break. We'll come back, take your messages, and then we'll move to the next part of the show. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Beyond Makeup, where beauty and confidence are taken to a whole new level. Here, we pamper and take care of you like royalty. Enjoy our gentle waxing, refreshing facials, and soothing massages that melt away stress and leave your skin glowing. We also offer professional makeup services, manicures, pedicures, durable nail extensions, and perfectly sculpted ombre brows. We give you the most perfect soft lashes that highlight your natural beauty. At Beyond Makeup, every visit is more than just a service. It's an experience of care, elegance, and transformation. Locate us at Chado Last Stop or call us on 0559 933 505 or 0506 474 911. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Beyond Makeup, your journey to wellness starts here.
Africa unite, 'cause the children wanna go home. Yeah.
Greetings, my name is Ras Mubarak. I'm a former member of parliament in Ghana. On the 18th of August, we're going to begin a very historic journey. A journey driving through 39 African countries that's going to take us well over 4 months, driving for 600 hours, over 40,000 kilometers. And this initiative is endorsed by the government of Ghana. Why are we doing this? We want our continent to unite, and we want our people in Africa to be able to travel within Africa without visa restrictions. You see, Africa has enormous potential beyond anybody's imagination. And if we are united as one people, one continent, if there are no restrictions for us to travel to each other's country, you have no idea what we can achieve together. The economic benefits are enormous. The cultural exchanges, the opportunity to, study and learn and tour and see each other's country is just amazing. And so we want you, my friends, to support this. And we appeal to African governments to support the initiative so that together we can make Africa visa-free now.
Africa unite, 'cause the children wanna go home. Yeah.
Welcome back to MyView show here live on Today Ghana News TV, where this evening we are discussing Ghana's 2026 budget that was presented to the Parliament of Ghana on Thursday last week. And before we invite our guest back, we would like to say a very big thank you to our listeners, those who are joining us from all over the world. Say thank you to our listeners on Sakina Information Center, and to those listening on Adilima Information Center. We say thank you to you. Thank you to our listeners on High FM 93.7 in my Eastern region. So thank you to our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra. Also thank you to all those who are joining us on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on all other platforms. We are grateful. We take some messages from our viewers, and then we'll move straight ahead to the next part of the show. So our first comment comes from this says hi to you too. Then wow, I cannot read Russian, but the message is hello from Russia. Hello to you as well. Frimpong Bafi, you say good evening. The portion I like best is the Nkoko Nkitten. You're watching from Akusi near Sumenya. Frimpong, have you had your files yet? Mavis Boating, you see, Madam Rose, you are representing the women well. Thank you very much, Mavis, for doing the watching. Mavis is back again. She says she's watching from Lisbon, Portugal. Thank you very much, Mavis, for always joining us every Monday evening. Sikapa family, you see, autonomics on display. Ato is really forcing. Thank you very much, Sikapa TV. You see, yes, he was in Takoradi Market. Yeah, okay, thank you. NDC is a mass party, so everything we take the message. We take the message to the people. Greetings from Jumapo Niako for radio. Thank you very much, Sikapa TV. For doing the watching. Lady Mal _2 say good evening, Albert, and your guest. Good evening to you as well. This is the only time in history, in history, that a government comes into power and prices are going down. You are watching on Twitch from St. Petersburg, Russia. Thank you very much, Lady Mal _2. Zibodi Efua, you see, good evening. The government is managing the economy prudently, unlike the former government that came only to steal from Ghanaians. You are watching from Sunyani. Thank you very much, Efua, for doing the watching and listening all the way from Sunyani. Jaframa TV. You say good evening, and you're watching from Rara in Uti region. Thank you very much, Jaframa TV, for doing the watching. Jaframa TV again. You see, the other way around. The government is rather spending big at the big push. Okay, we'll talk about the big push in the next part of the show. Kweku Ivo says Ghana is moving in the right direction. God bless President John Mahama and Honorable Ato Forsen. You are watching from Suhum in the Eastern region. Thank you very much, Kweku Ivo, for doing the watching in the Eastern region. We are grateful to you. NDC Diaspora Union, you say Ghanaians voted for change, and the change is good. Well, if you say so, I'm sure you are feeling in your pockets. NDC Diaspora Union, you say, Senator Rose, you are doing good. You are watching from Amsterdam, Holland. Thank you very much, NDC Diaspora Union, for doing the watching in Amsterdam. Asempa Heneboachi, you see, the Accra Kumasi Expressway is passing through. It's passing through your town. That's interesting. You are watching and listening from Ashwin. Good. You have had your portion of the Better Ghana. Frima Oye, you see, good evening. You are watching from Mamfinia who Central Market was also mentioned in the budget. Interesting. And well, good for you. I'm happy for you. Nyame Yao boy, you are watching from Nkwanta in the Uti region. You are also live on Adelema Community Information Center at Tetepene and KJB. Okay, thank you very much, Nyame Yao boy, for drawing our attention to that. And we are grateful to you and to all the people in Oti who join us on Monday evenings for the show. Good. Now let's welcome our guest back. Madam Rose, who says that we shouldn't say she's coming to explain technical things to us, but she's a technician, so she has no option but to explain technical things. So welcome back. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Albert.
Good. So before we went on the break, you were telling us about how inclusive the budget is and how impressive it is, and how it's captured, social how do you call it? Social centered, taking care of the vulnerable and the needy, and taking care of big things to, move the nation forward. Now, talking about big things, let's start with some of the flagship projects that the NDC campaigned heavily on, and some of which were mentioned in the budget. One of those was, or is the big push. And during the campaign, it was touted as one of the transformational projects that would open up Ghana to business and then link up the entire country. But but Rose, when you listen to what is said about the big push, the amount of money that they are mentioning, yeah, I think 30 billion this year. Last year was 13. They are talking about Accra Kumasi Expressway, talking about how do you call that? An asphalted route all the way from Techima all the way to Wa, passing through Hen, all the way back to Tumu, then back to Tamale, connecting to the Eastern Corridor. The thing is this not too ambitious? Is this attainable, honestly?
Yeah, that is yeah, a lot of people are concerned about that. That is too ambitious, but I trust my leadership, and there is a lot of analysis that were, put into that before coming out to say that. So, of course, there is this saying, I don't want to, like the saying is actually in my local dialect, but I don't know how to put it into English though. But the thing is, they know what they are doing. I don't think they will just come out and just be talking about big monies, like I was mentioning such figures, and looking at where they were coming from, and at the pace they are now, and they are still on track. I think I trust my leadership. There will definitely be, yeah, they've inherited a very broken economy from the previous administration, which is really something they are dealing with, but they really sat down and put work into it before coming out to say something like that. So it left with we, the Ghanaians, that have to support their ideas, support whatever they are doing, to give them the strength to really get us to where they want us to be.
They might,
So
yeah, they might have put a lot of thinking into it and a lot of effort, and
exactly.
Ghanaians need to support them. But well, like the MPP people will say, how can Ghanaians support them? They said you are at a big push. You are constructing roads where human beings don't live, and that you should have been constructing those roads in Accra and Kumasi where there are a lot of people, and now you are going to put road in the bush.
I think I got ahead that where people, and they were referring to it, that particular statement was insulting though, but I was so glad Honorable Agboja handled them well on that aspect. What did they mean by, so it was, that's I said, it's NDC and MPP. When they asked me what is he, if I don't want to talk much, what is he about NDC, that I say, look, I don't want to. Sometimes I tell the people, I don't want to talk much. Do you know? Just go and sit down. Compare darkness and light. When you are able to analyze that and you find your answer to what you're asking me, then I'm telling you the NDC is the light. So NDC did not just sit down and just come up with something to come in for political points. JM said he's not coming back to impress anybody. He made it clear to his party members, his cabinet, and he's making sure things are happening. He's just not, he's a man of his word as it stands now. So they cannot say, unless of course something happens that maybe it's so obvious that some of the things cannot be done, and which I am pretty sure my leadership is so responsible. They'll come out and say it boldly, this and this is the reason why we couldn't do this and we cannot do this. You see, so they've taken, I think, the agenda 111.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that one was also captured. They're going to complete 10 of them in
10 of them, yeah.
10 of them. You
Yeah.
see, so they sat down, they analyzed that they about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, they awarded those contracts or whatever they did to it. So they sat down. If they take it one at a time, this is what they can do at a time, and they have, they've realized that this is what they can do, and they are going for it. So I don't think it's just some kind of something they just rush into doing to gain political point. They were so being honest, open to the public. So I trust my leadership. But what
Well,
okay, you come in first
yeah,
before
yeah.
I.
Well, I don't doubt your trust in your leadership. But but
Mm,
there are others who are not as confident as you are, and they point to some things. For instance, the 24-hour economy
mhm,
was much talked about during
mhm,
the campaign last
mhm,
year,
mhm,
and it was marketed as, what was the formula? Is it 133 or something that it would generate one job, would employ 3 people, and that the country would never sleep, and people would everybody is working everywhere, filling stations, everything.
mhm,
Now we fast forward, we come to 2025,
mhm,
and then the government came and presented a budget, and not much was mentioned of it. And people then, your elephant people said, hold on, what are you talking about? 24-hour economy, we haven't heard anything.
mhm,
And then moving to somewhere in July,
mhm,
they presented policy papers. But people said, look, you didn't promise us policy papers. You promised us 24-hour economy. 24-hour
mhm.
economy. Now, 24-hour. That's the question.
Ah.
Now,
Mhm,
now I'm not done yet. now, now, 2026, you have come
mm,
back again, 24-hour
mm,
economy again.
mm,
And you said that this is the one that is going to reshape the economy of Ghana. And in Akufo-Addo's words, move it from the Gadgetsburg economy
mhm,
to a production-based economy,
mhm,
industrialization.
mhm,
And yet you voted a paltry 100 million Ghana cedis,
mhm,
taking change to
mhm,
the program that you said
mhm,
is going to transform Ghana.
mhm,
The elephant people say that this is you not having confidence in your policy, and that you are just admitting that the thing has even failed even before it began. That is why you don't want to put resources into it. What say you?
ah. Look, if you are telling me right now that Ghanaians are saying this, and I say, oh, okay, my people, the NPP is just doing their own. They are just good at what they are good at,
Hmm.
propaganda. But a 24 hours economy. Do you want to tell me it's not being implemented in some, like the ports? It's not. I think it's been implemented there, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there are places it's working. The thing is, they have realized things that they are supposed to put in place to push that agenda. So
Mm-hmm.
why now come to focus on something when you push it, it will hit I mean the bottom rock, and whilst things are supposed to put in place to make that thing efficient. So for what is the point? What is there? I don't know how they are analyzing things. You I don't know. Look, you'd have to have a demand for certain things. So you're trying to put structures in place, just like the big push. What is it coming to do?
Mm, mm,
If they
mm,
can, they are able to understand the big push, the reason why the big push, then they'll get their answer to the question they're asking. It's just like NDC, MPP. There's nothing you will say in the court of the hawks that that you as a chicken will get justice. That's all I can say in this case.
Well, let me ask you about something that probably, maybe as a woman, this is probably something that would be dear to your heart, and
Mm,
actually is one of the, the manifesto items that
mm,
we are told that is something that is very close to the heart of the vice president, and that is
yeah.
something that she's very passionate about,
Mm,
which is the Women Development Bank.
yes. Yes.
Last year, a bit of money was devoted to set it up, put up the structure and all of that. And
Mm-hmm.
in this budget, the seed money has been given, which is
Yes.
400 million.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and again, plus a small chicken change of 1 million Ghana cedis for them
Mm-hmm.
to go and set up
Mm-hmm.
the bank. Do
Yeah.
you think that this bank
Mm-hmm.
is the panacea and that it holds a promise as much as they are promising us to, unlocking the entrepreneurial spirit of our mothers, our wives, our sisters, especially considering the fact that we have had Maslow,
Mm-hmm.
which was set up to also give resources to women, but which have a very bad track record when
Mm-hmm.
you assess its performance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have faith that this bank, the Women Development Bank, is really the panacea that's going to, unlock the creative ability and potential of our women in Ghana?
Of course. Of course. Whatever policy or institution that is there, uh, it all winds, and whether it will work or not, the people in charge in that institution also count a lot. So, who is now passionate about this Women Development Bank? That's our vice president, and she's a woman of track records. I can't start counting, and of course it will work because the women themselves spoke about it. The women are taking loans with higher interest rates,
Mm.
and they are able to pay back anyway to maintain their business. So if it happens that they have to get access to a money that will have a very low interest rate, or why won't it? It will definitely work because women, I think majority of the population, the women are very much when
50,
you
50
ha-
plus.
ha- 50
Yeah,
plus.
50
You
plus.
see, you
Yeah.
see. So empowering our women. There is this saying: when you educate a girl child, you educate a nation. A woman is
Yeah.
not thinking about only herself. You come back home. You say you even give a woman money, go and get something for yourself. She will come back home with things for the whole household. So this is a massive.
But I said I'm not sure you're helping yourself
No,
because
I'm helping.
somebody said that is the reason why women businesses don't grow, because
How?
you give them money to go and put in their business, they'll go and put it in the family, and even
No.
some of them will loan their husband's money and
Oh, are they sure? Maybe they should go back and check, because it's not true. Anyway, I'm not sure. But if that's the case, why when you go to the markets now, who are the people really holding the markets? The
yeah,
Makola, just name them.
yeah,
The
yeah,
women. Yes, we have our men also doing their part when it comes to the business, but the women are holding the massive areas when you go to the markets, when you encounter them. They are really holding things down. So maybe they should go back and research on that. So
yeah.
this will work. This will
Yeah.
work.
So I let me let's try and probably be rounding up. So I am going to put two questions in one, and
Mm,
then you look at them for me. One area that this government seemed to have departed from the previous government
mm,
is to not neglect basic education. most of the criticisms of the previous government have been the fact that they
Mhm.
concentrated so much on free SHS and
Mhm.
they just left basic education to its fate.
Mhm.
Now, under this government, I think they said they've given clearance to employ how many thousands of teachers, new teachers, clear the backlog. Well, of course, they can't employ all of them, but clear some of the backlog of teachers who have been trained for years, who have not been posted. And they are constructing 200 primary schools, 200 junior high schools, 400 KGs, and supplying textbooks. But more importantly, they are constructing, I think, 400 sanitary homes. Let's say that's the nice way of putting it. The blunt way is toilets and urinary facilities
Yeah.
for our brothers, sisters, cousins, our nieces who are going to school. And to top it all up, they have, embarked on this program to supply free sanitary items to our girl children who are in the basic school and also in the secondary schools as well. What do you make of this intervention, especially looking at it from the sanitation part of it and its potential to keep the girl child in school and to help us attain parity in gender education?
Yeah. This is a very nice one. It's good you pack them all together because it all has to do with the education system and as a girl child going to school. Just as I say, the education, the teachers were, I think they should have, if I'm not mistaken, the finance minister made mention they made their research shows that some of those things were not at the schools. That is also stopping, I mean, not stopping, but teachers don't want to go to certain areas to go and teach because they don't have those amenities. So they thought it's needed for those amenities, the bungalows, together with the toilet, as you say it, and that was what MPP was kind of coming to capitalize on to say, I thought you people are saying we did not we thought it's needful, so we are putting it together with something. We didn't, my people didn't stand on any big platforms. They are counting toilets yet. No, come on, they should. These are some of the things. Sometimes I'm like, these people, be serious for once. Be serious for once. So yes, but the number of toilet, I think it's 30. I saw it on the news flash, 36,000 if I'm not mistaken. So it's um I'm wondering if it is enough. That's what I don't know if it is enough because one region can even exhaust that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I am
yeah.
trying to
I
believe
mean,
that.
considering the fact that most of our basic schools are not designed with those as part of it, so
Mhm.
right now you have to include it in the new designs, but also extend it to cover,
Okay.
the existing schools, and yeah,
Mhm.
we still have a lot of work to do in that
So
area.
there must be a report on what is causing the people not to, the teachers refusing to go to those areas. And they want to do this thing to make sure people willingly go to areas to teach, and yeah, so that's a very good initiative. And coming to the sanitary part aspect, I'm so much thrilled because I think the NPP and the NDC were kind of, it reflected in both their manifestos. MPP, I think he was talking about reducing the price because um last 2 years or last year the prices of sanitary pad was really very high, and there was a cry all over town for I mean women, and this one making it for free for girls. It's I'm really very happy, I'm thrilled about that, very impressive. But I just have one concern.
Mhm.
I want us, my leadership. Well, I'm part of it, though I'm a member. So we should not just make it, and the girls, all Ghanaian girls should be, I mean, having free sanitary pad. That is too vague because such things should be easy to account for. We should not be sending those things to EOCO to come and be tracing how many sanitary pads that has been distributed. So I think they should make it I mean, when we can't wait for 2026 to come for those the policies and the budgets to start hitting ground. But that sanitary pad issue, they should have. I think there should be more detail about it. If where are the girls going to get the sanitary pad?
Okay.
Is it a school? Is
Okay.
it not every girl child is in school? Some are learning trade. You know, they have to have a vantage point where they can get it. Then an ordinary, a good, the MPP said, the former, the ex-president said, don't be spectators, but be citizens. So a good citizen can go to that school and say, oh, how many girls are in this school? I think 10. Then you can do the calculation yourself. And when they say they sent say 10 pack of sanitary pad there, you know it's going somewhere. So but somebody will not come and eat into that, and at the end of the day, you know. So I think so such things it should be so specific that we all know, okay, this is where this we can account for it ourselves. Then the Iyoko will be going for the bigger fish.
Perfect. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's end on this note. Of course, there's no better way to end than to end with our stomachs. Let's talk about food.
Mm-hmm.
This year alone, the agric minister said that through some of the policy initiatives and some of the campaigns that they have embarked upon, that is one of the reasons for the food glut that we have in Ghana. Almost everything seems to be having overproduced. We have a maize that's we have maize that is locked up in farms, in some in warehouses. We have rice that is, not getting market. Poultry, farmers are crying about, eggs that they do not have market for. Of course, the government have directed that buffer stock should buy some, and that all secondary schools should also buy only from Ghanaian producers. But this tells you that we are sufficient. Why is the government going ahead to introduce another, apart from their Nkoko Nkitin, we are now putting feed Ghana again and feed industry, and you want to expand upon agric? Why?
I don't think we are focusing on only ourselves. Indications are showing so well that Ghana wants to we supply on demand should also come from outside Ghana, whereby we can export. You see, so just as I said, we need a demand. So they are putting all those in place. So we can feed ourselves. We should not be able to only feed ourselves. You should have the opportunity to flex muscle yeah. So I think there are so many indications showing we are not looking only at feeding ourselves, feeding our neighbors. It could also generate some income. Not only our neighbors can be out from the country. So I think yeah, that is just about it. If I don't want to speak for the ministry, but a lot of indication are showing we are not focusing on just feeding ourselves. And that food gluten, yeah, there is a question I want to ask, but I don't know if there's something I want to talk about, but I don't know if this is the time. Maybe I have to go and do more research on it. Yeah.
All right. I mean, we cannot exhaust the budget. Even the finance minister himself used 2 hours to present the budget statement. It's not possible for us to discuss this budget in 1 hour.
No.
So we are going to put a pin on it for now. And then we would resume the conversation on the budget another time, where there's so much that we could have explored that we have not. Energy sector, investment in the energy sector, the cocoa sector that is being revitalized. We have a rubber, which is being promoted as a new cash crop to diversify the economy away from cocoa and gold. We have the activities of Gold Board that is helping to stabilize the CD and what have you. There's so much that we could have talked about concerning the budget. Unfortunately, we
Yeah.
are unable to do that.
Yeah.
So we'll put a pin to it for today, and then we'll make time and come back another time to continue the discussion on the budget.
Yeah.
But before we say goodbye to you, do you have any last message that you'd want to share with our viewers and listeners who joined us this evening?
Oh, yeah, I just want to thank them for making time out of their busy schedule to at least have this moment with us. We need them and we value their time. And yeah, and to all Ghanaian listeners, this is the time to be patriotic. We all know where we are coming from. So this is not the time now. I know this is not the time now to I don't know how to do it. It's time for us to support more than to demanding because we've come a long way. So the nation needs are more of our support than we think. Not physically, your services is also needed. In any way you think you can help for better Ghana, then we go home. Because when the family call, you might think I'm out of the country, but unless you can carry all the family here, sweet home, you will definitely want to go home. So we have to be patriotic
Wonderful.
and be patient.
All right. On that patriotic note, we say a very big thank you to you for your service to Ghana, for showing up to join us for this discussion on the budget. We are most grateful to you for your time, and we are happy that you made time to join us. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
All right. So if you, for those who have been with us, this has been MyView show on Today Ghana News TV, where this evening we're joined by Madam Sena Ross, who is the chapter secretary of NDC Belgium chapter, who joined us this evening for us to discuss the 2026 budget that was presented by the finance minister on Thursday last week. And we are grateful to her for her time and for making time to join us for the show, just as we are grateful to all our viewers and listeners who made time to join us this evening. We are grateful to our listeners on Sakina Information Center and also our listeners on Adelema Information Center. Also, we are grateful to our listeners on High FM 93.7 in Achimhimai in the Eastern region. Also, we say thank you to our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra, and also to all other viewers and listeners who joined us on various social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on all other networks that you have made time to join us for this show. We say thank you to you, and we are grateful. And next week, we are going to come your way again with yet another educative program, with another educative topic, where we are going to delve deep into that topic and try to educate ourselves to understand things much better. And so until we come your way again next week, stay blessed, stay safe. God bless you. God bless our motherland, Ghana. Good night.
Welcome to Beyond Makeup, where beauty and confidence are taken to a whole new level. Here, we pamper and take care of you like royalty. Enjoy our gentle waxing, refreshing facials, and soothing massages that melt away stress and leave your skin glowing. We also offer professional makeup services, manicures, pedicures, durable nail extensions, and perfectly sculpted ombre brows. We give you the most perfect soft lashes that highlight your natural beauty. At Beyond Makeup, every visit is more than just a service. It's an experience of care, elegance, and transformation. Locate us at Chado Last Stop or call us on 0559 933 505 or 0506 474 911. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Beyond Makeup, your journey to wellness starts here.
The country where I come The truth is an irony, just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth?